Now we start a new article from chapter Current Electricity from 12th standard syllabus, and it is internal resistance of a cell. Now the experimental setup to determine internal resistance of the cell is as shown below. You can see a diagram. Again, the same diagram, only this part you have to remember. Now here, so this is the experimental arrangement, and this is a cell E1 whose internal resistance R we have to find out. You can see here, this is a cell, total cell. So this small r is the internal resistance of the cell, and it is inside the cell, that you remember. It's the internal resistance. K2 is a key, or we can use a tab key here. R is a resistance box. So you can see here, R is a resistance box. We are connected here. So this AB is the length of the potentiometer wire. E is the driving cell here. RH is the rheostat. Now here, initially we have to close this key K1. K1 we have to close, and K2 we have to open. K2 we have to keep open. So if we are not keeping this K2 open, means this part is not connected to galvanometer. So no use of this part. K2 is open, so this capital R is not connected to the galvanometer, it means. And we have to find out the balancing point. Null point we have to obtain. Null point, let I name this null point as a P. Then the length we have to measure, length AP we have to measure, and let me name that length as a L1. Now it means that we are not connected this R, capital R, to the galvanometer. Means we are connected only this battery to the galvanometer, and we find out this point, balancing point P. It means that this E1 balances potential difference across AP. So E1 balances the potential difference across AP. So I can write here E1 is equal to VAP, or this VAP is equal to KL1. So this is equation number 1. Now next time, both the keys we have to close. See here, means here we have to close this K2 and this K1. So we have to close both the keys. And it means that this total combination is connected to the galvanometer. And then again, null point is obtained, null point P, let I name this P, or you can name it anything. This P point is obtained such that galvanometer shows zero deflection. It means that now here, now this total means potential across this total combination balances this potential across AP. So I can write this potential across the combination balances potential across AP. And you know that VAP is equal to KL2 because length is L2. This balancing length AP, we called it as a L2 here. So V is equal to KL2, equation number 2. So equation 1 we get, equation 2 we get. Now after that, dividing equation 1 by 2, similar to the previous article. Now you can see here E1 by V. This is the left hand side, and right hand side KL1 by KL2. Now K we can cancel, and we get L1 by L2 on the right hand side. So we get this. So this is equation number 3. Now similarly by Ohm's law. So you can see this Ohm's law. To a complete circuit, we can write this. E1 is equal to IR plus I into small r. Or we can write directly like this way also. So you know that one formula by Ohm's law, I is equal to. So you know that I is equal to E upon R plus R. So by using that also you can write E1. So E1 is equal to I R plus small r. So that also you can write it. And this equation number you can name as a 4. Now dividing equation 4 by 5. So as we do the 4 by 5, 4 is what? One side is A1 and this 5, one side is V. E1 by V is equal to. So this side is I R plus R divided by I R. So I get cancelled, we get R plus R by capital R. So that we have to write on next page, but you can note here. So you can use this equation as a 4 or this equation as a equation 4. You will get R plus R by capital R. Now this is E1 by V, and this is also equation 3 is also E1 by V. Then we can equate these two equations. Now let's see the next one. So dividing the equation, we get this. Now I get cancel, we get this. Now this is equation 5 we can call it, and this is E by V is equation 6 that we already have. That we have equation, this one, equation 3 again we are written on the next page. You can see here. Now, or we can call it dividing equation 3 by 6. So this is 6. So this is equation 6. Or we can do one thing here. So equating equation 3 and 6. This is equation 6 and equation 3 is E1 by V is equal to L1 by L2. This is equation number 3. Dividing 3 by 6. Or we can do one thing, equating 3 and 6. As we divide, the one side get cancel and the other side is then we can write it as a equal, or we can equate directly. So this part L1 by L2 is equal to this part. So I can write R plus R divided by capital R is equal to L1 by L2. Now we have to find out internal resistance, means this formula we have to modify and we have to write it for small r. So here R by R 1, R by R, small r by capital R. Then after that, 1 we can shift to that side. So it is small r by capital R is equal to L1 by L2 minus 1. Capital R also we can shift to that side. So we get this formula. And by using this, we can find out internal resistance of cell. So you have a practical in your syllabus. In that, you have to find out internal resistance of a cell. In that, you have to use this formula. So you remember L1 is open circuit length and L2 is closed circuit length, that you have to note. Means, so in this experiment, basically, we are keeping some, means we have to take some resistance from the resistance box when we are finding L2. So when we are finding this length L2, that time we have to select some resistance from the resistance box, because we are connecting the cell E2. Sorry, K2 we are connecting. Resistance we have to select and we have to find out this balancing length L2. So this capital R is the resistance from resistance box, you note here.